There are two things I would like to mention before we start. Firstly, the Quardecimus will run perfectly fine without any kind of finish, so any kind of treating is purely for aesthetics. Secondly, the methods I use here are purely my preferred procedures and are by no means definitive. In all the clocks that I have built, I have left the cogs as is. Staining is no problem, but if your finish develops a surface, then make sure to leave the teeth contacting area free. Easiest is to work out what you want to treat and do all the parts at the same time. Remove all tabs and sand the parts smooth. I use 180 grade cloth backed sandpaper from start to finish. It has a long lifespan and can be easily torn into smaller strips. A very nice to have is a fine abrasive fleece. It can be cut easily with scissors and can smooth the tightest of corners. Let's be quite clear on this. You will only achieve a smooth finish if you are prepared to put in the time. A good finish is 20% skill and 80% sanding. After sanding all the parts, apply a coat of sanding primer. This will fill the pores and grain, but just as importantly, also seals the wood, offering a smooth surface for any following finishes. Apply a good even coat and leave to dry. The grain will rise after the primer has dried, so you need to sand all the parts a second time. Once you have finished sanding, make sure to remove all dust. As I am going to spray paint the parts, I have stuck each one on a wooden dowel. I can pull out each part as required and slot it back when I am finished. I am using an off-the-shelf matte chocolate coloured spray paint. Shake the can thoroughly before you start, and at about a distance of about 30 to 40 centimeters, apply a thin layer. It is very important that you build up the finish slowly. Excess paint will form sags and drips. The only remedy is to let the paint dry, sand it off and start again. As you can see, I am only using short blasts rather than a continuous spray. Here you can see the parts after the first pass. By the time I had finished spraying the first coat on the dial, the frame was tacky enough so that I could directly add the second layer. Make sure to leave enough drying time between layers, just so that the paint starts to become tacky. I applied a total of 7 layers until I was satisfied with the finish.